Alrighty. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world and you're watching this. I don't know. But thank you for joining me today for this Monday Night Raw review. I apologize for starting late. There were some things I had to take care of first. Alright, so Monday Night Raw started off with the moment of bliss. And Randy Orton was a special guest. I guess this segment was okay for me. I'll be honest, I didn't really see it, but we found out that the Fiend had a weakness in Alexa Bliss. So I guess that's interesting. What do you guys think? The Fiend has a weakness, and it's Alexa Bliss. You guys think that does them good, or do you guys think that does them bad? Guess we have to wait and find out where they go with that segment. And then we also had Jeff Hardy versus Elias. And Jeff Hardy ended up defeating Elias by pinfall. Okay. He defeated him using a swanton from the ring post. That was a scary finish. And then I think after that we had a moment. No. We had the Miss TV with Sheamus. I was confused because if I'm not mistaken, wasn't Sheamus a heel? Let's see who we got in the chat. We have CR, we have Cinnamon Smith, we have Colin Just, and we have CR21. Hello, everybody. Alrighty. So for the Miss TV segment, I thought it was okay. I saw what they were trying to do, but I'm still confused. I thought Sheamus was a heel. Wasn't he supposed to be a heel? Where did I miss something? I think I did, honestly, because I don't remember Sheamus being a face. I really don't. Okay, well, and then after that we had Xavier Woods versus Cedric Alexander, which I thought was an interesting matchup. We haven't gotten that. But the one thing that this kind of confusing is that they did a whole promo on Xavier Woods. He's because he's going to be some host on the G4 network, which is interesting if you ask me, because wasn't Vince McMahon, about canceling Twitch and having control of their social media platforms. So it's interesting that he's letting him do a hosting gig for the G4 network. Isn't there some kind of contradiction in that? Oh, Steve Callahan popped in. Hi, Steve. So that's kind of confusing to me, but there's a lot of contradictions going on. And then this was like a pretty lackluster episode of Monday Night Raw for me, honestly. It really didn't do much for me. Tell me how Dana freaking Brooke defeated Reckoning from Retribution. Like, seriously, really? So what does that mean for Retribution? Like, and then Mustafa Ali saying that there are no losers in Retribution? Like, really? Okay, so I don't know. That match did absolutely nothing for me, really, when you think about it. And then we had the women's tag match, Asuka and Lana versus Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. I'm a little confused as to why we having Lana and Asuka versus the women's tag team champions. So what? Asuka's like totally forgotten? Is she not going to have a challenger, a contender at TLC? Is she? I don't get that. Really. I don't. Because she's a Raw Women's Champion. She should have a contender. But yet she's stuck in a tag team match with Lana. Where's the logic in that? Seriously. The logic. I don't know. That makes no sense to me, if you ask me. I'd say the only thing I like about Monday Night Raw was the triple threat match to determine the number one contender to face Drew McIntyre. AJ Styles won, which was I guess you can say it was an interesting choice. I think it was kind of predictable because Drew McIntyre is a face, so it wouldn't make sense to have face versus face. So he's gonna have AJ Styles versus Drew. I think that's gonna be I'm hoping, and it has the potential to be a pretty interesting matchup, but I don't want to get my hopes up. WWE might find a way to screw it up, ladies. Screw up everything. But that's pretty much and the ending, it ended with a tag match. But before that, we had a segment backstage with The Miz, Morrison, AJ Styles, and his bodyguard. And The Miz asked AJ to help him, and AJ agreed to help him. And then AJ was at ringside in commentary. So, of course, the match ended in a no DQ because AJ Styles got involved. And AJ was egging The Miz on to cash in. So, I don't know. I mean, what is the chat thing? Do you guys think that Drew McIntyre would win at TLC? I mean, or do you think AJ Styles is gonna walk out as champion? What do you guys think in the chat? Because I personally think that, it would be interesting if AJ Styles actually does defeat Drew McIntyre. But then again, The Miz is the winner of the Money in the Bank. So, I don't know. I think it opens up a possible scenarios if AJ Styles does defeat Drew McIntyre. But I don't know. That would be an interesting bout. But aside from that, there really wasn't. I don't know. This just episode didn't do it for me, honestly. And he's probably where's Rose? He's probably laying down. It's late on the East Coast. So I don't know what more to say. This episode is just on a scale of 1 to 10. I'd give it a low 4, honestly, because really, we've seen some of these matches before. I don't know what is it with WWE when they like to rinse and repeat things, honestly. It's just, I remember when Monday Night Raw used to be so fun. But now it's just dull, honestly. Cinnamon Smith in the chat said she'd give it a 5 out of 10. That's funny. She gave it one more number higher than I did. But, that's, what can you say? I don't want to drag this out. So, I guess that's it for my Monday Night Raw review. I can't watch Raw. It's just a torture. I agree with you, Steve Callan. I don't think... I was watching in and out, honestly. I missed the whole first hour, I'm not going to lie. CR21 says, you forgot Slapjack versus Ricochet. That was not that bad. Honestly, I didn't even watch that match, CR21. I missed the whole first hour. By the time I got home, it was already 6. So, maybe it was a blessing in disguise. Alright, well, I guess Raw was boring. Every week is boring. Don't want... Okay. So I guess we all came to the conclusion that Monday Night Raw is just boring, honestly. There's nothing more to say. So, that being said, I hope everybody has a good night. Que tengan unas buenas noches. And we'll see you guys tomorrow on Rose Montana's channel when we review Impact. And I'm sure Impact's going to be a lot better than Monday Night Raw. So, bye, people.